Chad's back there.
Patrick, are you feeling more of a rhythm now behind this offensive line? Are you feeling more comfortable after a few weeks that you played behind it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's gotten better each and every week. I think they've had an amazing preseason. I haven't got hit a lot. I don't think I really got touched today, and that just speaks to them and how they've been playing. They've done a great job, and they're getting better each and every week. So I'm excited for the season.
What can you tell from the first game in San Francisco and now that you've seen where there's better progress between you and the offensive line? Just what you see maybe pre-snap and obviously playing through the snaps.
Yeah, I think it just comes with the communication, everybody being on the same page. I mean, obviously, they're all really talented. I mean, that you can see that at practice. You can see that when they're doing one-on-ones or whatever it is. But as you kind of gel as an offensive line with the quarterback, with the whole entire offense, when everybody's on the exact same page is when you get those truly great offensive lines and great offenses. And so I think you see as the games are going on, we're communicating better and better, and I think we'll continue to improve throughout the season.
This game you probably had the best rhythm of the three. What do you think that came from? Was it more game planning that went into this particular look, or do you think it was just a matter of reps and getting back into it?
I think it was more not necessarily game planning. We didn't really change the script, I guess you'd say, but we went through kind of that pregame mock game week. I think that's been the biggest thing. So you had all the cut ups, you watched you got a couple preseason games that they had already played, and you kind of went through that routine that I've kind of built. And I think just having that, as well as going against the defense and them kind of playing a little bit of a scout team defense, it showed that we came out a little bit faster, a little bit more crisp, and we're able to move the ball well.
Patrick, that second touchdown, it looked like it came out of a 14 personnel look. What? When you have those kinds of tight ends, I mean, how flexible can this offense be if you do keep your tight ends?
Yeah, it's definitely like I talked about. I think at the luncheon, we can be very flexible. We can put all receivers on the field. We can put all tight ends on the field, kind of whatever it is. And so, be able to do that in this league, you want to be flexible. You want to be able to throw changeups at the defenses. And we got all the tight ends out there, and it turned out into a touchdown. Don't tell the receivers, but it was a touchdown.
Have you been watching the top 100 list this year, or what are your thoughts on it?
I haven't watched it a lot, but I mean, you always stay tuned and kind of see some stuff. We got a couple guys on there. I still think Tyron and Chris Jones deserve more respect than they get. I mean, you literally can't block Chris, and Tyron's such a smart, great player. So it's an honor to be on that list in general, especially when it's voted on by the players and kind of the media around the players. And so it's definitely a cool feeling, but hopefully we can keep getting those guys up as their careers go on.
What kind of advantage do you feel like it gives you guys when you go to those 3 or 4 tight ends?
Yeah, well, I think that having those tight ends on the field that can run can run block and they can catch, and then the offensive line that we've built here and how they've been able to really run the ball, I think it's going to put defenses in some very, very tough positions because they have to either put a lot of big people on the field to stop the run, or they have to find a way to stop those guys like Noah, Blake, Travis, and Jody, who can all catch the ball like a receiver.
What were you seeing on that particular touchdown from that set that went to Bell?
It was kind of a rollout play that we usually run. We actually had a couple in. Not trying to give away too many secrets, but we had a couple plays in, and we were able to run that play. And they actually played pretty good defense. They kind of put a zone coverage, and that last read was kind of Blake kind of blocking down, sealing the edge, and then kind of leaking back out. And I threw a ball a little low, and he showed off the hands and made a good play on it. You wouldn't thought he was a former quarterback for sure.
Patrick, there are teams that decided not to play the starters for preseason. Why was it so important and valuable for you to play during the preseason?
Yeah, I think it was important to me. I mean, obviously coming off injury, you want to go out there and make sure everything's good. And I was able to do that. I was able to move around. I was able to do kind of the stuff that I've always been accustomed to doing. And then building that relationship, kind of like I talked about with the offensive line. I mean, in practice, you think you're building it and doing that stuff, but until you really try it out in a game situation where stuff's moving fast, there's crowds, it's loud. We had 2 away games, and then obviously here at Arrowhead. So I mean, it's definitely good to get out there with the offensive line, kind of go through that adversity, and have to find ways to kind of battle through.
Patrick, what can you say about the crowd tonight? It didn't feel like a preseason game.
No, it didn't. I mean, it's truly remarkable to be here and be able to play in this stadium. Have this crowd. and to have it back. I think I don't want to say you take it for granted a couple years back, but you had been used to kind of being in the stadium with the crowd and selling out and being loud. And to be back here again after a year of not having fans, it's definitely a good feeling, and I can't wait for that opening day. I know it's going to be crazy.
Patrick, Mayor Lucas declared today Therese Taylor Day. Organization retired his seat upstairs in the press box. When you think of just even the short time that you spent with him, and if you could project out years from now, what do you think his lasting legacy will be?
Yeah, I think he was one of obviously a great journalist, a great writer, someone that truly understood the game, but an even better person. And I think y'all all know that. I see all Juice Team shirts on. But I mean, he was the guy that broke my foundation and stuff like that, because I trusted that he was going to put it in the right way and get the best out of it. And when you have trust in a guy like that, it's a guy like that in whatever his life was.
All right, thank you.